Coming at you live from my home studio in beautiful La Puente, California. This is a quick hitter all Dodgers podcast. What is going on, Clint Nation? Happy Wednesday to you. I know I wasn't expecting to go live on Wednesday, but two reasons we're here. One, we'll not be live on Thursday. I'm going to be out having a good time. And two, we got some Roki Sasaki news. We're talking Roki Sasaki. We got a big update. We're going to call it big update. The MLB commissioner, Rob Manfred, has spoken about Roki Sasaki and when he is going to be posted, when he could sign with an MLB team. So we'll be talking about that real quick. And an MLB insider, another talking head, has laid down his 2 cents about where Sasaki will sign, or more so, where he won't sign, which in his mind is the Dodgers. So we'll dive into it real quick in case you guys hadn't heard this stuff already. But that's coming up on another edition of All Dodgers Live. So what is going on, fine people? Thanks for hanging out randomly here on this Wednesday. I am Clint Pasillas. Find me as Real FRG on the social media machine. If you're not following me on Instagram, if you're not following me on Twitter, do it, or not, whatever. Subscribe to the channel. That's one I really want you to do. If you could subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. Again, every thumbs up totally counts towards Roki signing eventually with the Dodgers. But yeah, let's get into the news. There's no reason to expand this into something longer than it needs to be, but Sasaki is not going to be signing, well, we'll say anytime soon, anytime immediately. So the commissioner, Rob Manfred, today, I don't even know where he was talking. Admittedly, it's been a busy day. I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to where he was talking, but he spoke with somebody, some sort of update. The important part is he said he is not expecting Sasaki to be signing with the team until after the start of the new international signing period. So that opens January 15th. So we're not going to see anything happen until the new year, which... Let's have a little bit of conversation about this. In my opinion, it both clarifies the Dodgers' plan and it adds a significant enough wrinkle to the equation. Like, we know now. Now we know nothing is happening this month or even in December leading up to Christmas. Obviously, the Dodgers signed Yoshinobu Yamamoto just before Christmas last year when he was posted, all of that kind of stuff. It's not happening with Sasaki until next year. About 2 months from now is when we'll know when he's going to be posted, and then the Dodgers can start, their courtship of Sasaki. So, again, one wrinkle, we know it's not happening now. The other thing, pushing it out longer, to me, it makes me feel like that need we've been talking about here on the channel the last couple of weeks, that need for the Dodgers to go out and sign a big name frontline free agent starting pitcher, it increases. This Badanko says it's boring. I understand it's boring, but some people want the updates. I'm trying to be here to give this doesn't need to be an hour. We're going to be here for 10 or 15 minutes talking about this, but that's where it's at. It's not very exciting. We're pushed out. The Dodgers have a need, an increased need for starting pitching, because when you're looking at the starting rotation that we've talked about over the last few weeks, it's not very good. As we're sitting here right now, the state of the rotation is Shohei Ohtani, and he's going to be pushed back. He's not even going to be available for opening day. So strike one out. Tyler Glasnow, who Mark Pryor told me on Dodgers territory this week, he will be available for opening day as of now. Best laid plans of mice and men. All things work out well. Doesn't get injured in spring training. Doesn't get injured in the offseason. He's, going to be available. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto, we assume, will also be available, barring injury, because, hey, I'm still hurt from all of the injuries this team suffered, last season. But there's those two dudes, eventually an Ohtani, and eventually some other pieces. Landon Knack will be around down the road, Emmett Sheehan down the road, Clayton Kershaw, Tony Gonsolin should be fully ready to go for opening day as well. But again, none of that. I don't know about y'all sitting here right now as we're hanging out just for a few minutes. I don't know that instills a lot of confidence in you, those names, if you're talking about trying to run it back. I've said the last few weeks, this Dodgers team needs to add a few more adults into the mix when it comes to starting pitching, and now my feeling is you have to add an arm, like no doubt about it. You have to add an arm at the winter meetings just to feel safe entering the new year. That's at least where my heart is at with it. I don't know how you guys feel, if you're as neurotic as me, looking at the state of the Dodgers, and we'll talk more about that later this week or possibly this weekend on the channel, like just kind of laying out where the team is at right now and some of the holes they do need to fill, because it's far from a complete product, understandably, on November 20th. Before we move on to the second part of this, as Diane checks in, BC's in the chat, Richard Flores says, F the offseason. Appreciate you guys hanging out here in the show. Anthony Keene digs the boring. Hopefully you guys also dig Bet Online. It's the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. Yes, I got to get this in here. So with the earliest odds to in-game live betting, Bet Online provides you with all the action and the ability to watch games as they happen. This you already know. They have the largest selection of odds from everything from football, NBA, college basketball, NHL, UFC, MMA. It's all there. Bet Online. Head to the website today. Head to Bet Online today. Get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. Bet Online. The game starts here. Now let's move on to the second wrinkle in the Sasaki news today. Adding to the fun, part one of the Sasaki news is, he's not going to be posted till mid-January. Now we know that. Now we're not waiting, until about a month from now, where I think initially I had thought the posting period was opening or was resetting. Sorry, not the posting. The international period was resetting December 15th. I messed up. It was January 15th. But now, again, we know it's not happening before. We know the Dodgers and having the most amount of international free agent money available right now isn't going to mean shit. And 2 months from now, when everybody's going to have the same amount of money or thereabout that they can sign Sasaki with. But that's one part of it. Again, we know that's done, so we don't need to worry too much about Sasaki for a little bit. However, adding to the fun today, Jim Bowden, MLB insider Jim Bowden, he talked to the boys over at Foul Territory today, joined them, and he told them that the chances of the Dodgers signing Roki-san, they maybe aren't as strong as everyone is thinking. So here's what he had to say. We'll roll the clip, and then we'll come back and we'll kind of react and break it down. But here's Jim Bowden on Foul Territory today.
I mean, look, I'm just telling you what I learned in talking to a lot of people that are in the know with the player himself, who, by the way, is going to make the decision. He's not one of those players that's going to go where Wasserman and Joe Wolf, his agent, are going to send him. He's going to make his own call. But the sense I get from everyone is that the narrative of him going to the Dodgers, it's way more likely he signs elsewhere than he signs there. And I'm not saying at the end of the day, perhaps he changes his mind. Perhaps Ohtani and Yamamoto can convince him. But if based on what I'm hearing, I would say 85% chance he does not sign with the Dodgers.
So there it is, 85% chance he does not sign with the Dodgers, and that's what we're focusing on. That's what everybody's going to be writing right now. You're going to see it on every aggregator site. Take it with a fucking grain of salt when you hear Jim Bowden, when you hear words exit Jim Bowden's mouth. Listen, I went off on John Morosi on Monday's show, and just this time of year where all the rumors we're hearing, all the rumors the sites are trying to put out there with, Dodgers to lose $110 million free agent and whatever, the headlines. My God, the headlines this offseason have gotten so absurdly stupid. Fix yourself, fake media. I'm not saying fake media, but they're not newsbreakers. They are aggregators of news, and my God, is it so clickbaity. But anyways, I can't believe I said fake media on here. I'm not one of those people. Anyways, the point is, went off on Morosi about that kind of shit and kind of what he does, which is he hears from one or two people and turns it into a big thing. That's fine. Listen, I live on them. Everybody that's here watching this or talking about the news and everything, we live on what these people are saying. I'm just here to try to reinforce the fact that when you hear Jim Bowden speak, take it with a grain of salt. When you read his words on The Athletic, take it with an extreme grain of salt. You know, if I said whatever I said about Morosi on Monday, somehow Bowden's like 60% worse when it comes to insidering. But anyways, his sources in that clip, I love his sources. It's like, you know, he's talking to a lot of people. A lot of people are saying, you know, he just kind of has his words and leaves himself. He says his words, leaves himself the opt-out. It's like, 85% chance that Roki Sasaki does not sign with the Dodgers, but also, hey, maybe he does. Maybe he rethinks it. He's not going to listen to his agents or whatever. So a big bag of nothing is basically what that was. And, you know, I'm not here to slam my boys at Foul. You know, they did a good job in getting a name that people listen to at this time of year. But what Jim Bowden says doesn't really mean much. He's a former GM, and he wasn't very good about it. You guys want to hear more about Jim Bowden? I'm sure my friend Jeff Snyder over at Locked On Dodgers will be talking about these rumors tonight as well. And Jeff loves talking Jim Bowden. We'll say that. But again, that's kind of where it is. Diane says, yeah, it's all words, and you know, Nando 390 said, you know, we got Roki on a plane to Toronto right now. That's what it's going to be like for the next few months. 2 months at the bare minimum when it comes to Roki Sasaki. It's going to be a lot of, you know, he said, she said. What can this team offer? Where will, you know, which team offers the best? Will Roki listen to Yu Darvish being upset about Japanese players signing with the Dodgers and not pitching with him, or whatever weird ass thing that came out with Yu Darvish? We got a $5 super chat from Jack Powers. Appreciate you, Jack. Says doesn't name Bowden's in the know. Wait, doesn't name Jim, but ESPN called all 30 GMs who are really in the know, and the unanimous 30 of 30 said it's the Dodgers. Most insiders, most people in the know are saying the Dodgers are going to be the ones to land him. I feel very strongly about the Dodgers landing Roki Sasaki because there's a myriad of reasons, and you could read, you could read any bit of literature, any bit of articles, and we're going to get out of here real soon. Any bit of words about Roki Sasaki, and he's pretty narrow-minded in when it comes to what what he's looking for and where he signs. He wants it to be the best of the best organization-wise. He wants a chance to win. So that eliminates at least 20 organizations right there. The Dodgers are in that list of they are the best of the best when it comes to an organization, to how they run things, how their front office run things, minor leagues, development, all that stuff. You know, put the injuries aside, because I think all of the injuries are really just a fluke. But that's where we're at right now. I feel strongly Roki's going to be a Dodger. That's about it. And if he's not, he's probably going to be a Padre. But the Mets could be in the mix. The Mets are trying. The Mets have money as well. Steve Cohen has said that he wants to be, the Dodgers East when it comes to their player development. But if you listen to what he's saying, if you listen to what Roki Sasaki is saying, the Dodgers just make a lot of sense. They're primed to win. They got two of his boys from Samurai Japan in Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And if he wants to go and play and win with them again, they're right there. He fits into the rotation. The Dodgers already want to go with the six-man rotation, as Mark Pryor told us on Dodgers Territory this week. Check it out if you missed it. There's also a standalone clip on Dodgers Territory. But that's where we're at. You know what, Jim Bowden right there? Jim Bowden today just he sparked another month's worth of available rumors for other teams, other blog sites to talk about. That's all it is. They're saying, oh, maybe there's a chance now. Maybe there's a chance Roki Sasaki will be a Cincinnati Red. Anyways, I'm going to get off my soapbox about this. That's about it, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you're watching after the fact, where you think he's going to sign, do the Dodgers offer the best? Like, be as objective as possible. If you're a fan of another team, jump into the comments as well. I'm interested in you pitching your team for Roki Sasaki. But anyways, that's all I got for now. It's a quick update. We're going to talk more about it tomorrow on at noon on Dodgers territory. Scott Gearman's going to join me. He's pinch hitting for Alana Rizzo, who is out. She is traveling this week, so she won't be on fair. She will not be on Dodgers territory tomorrow, but Scott will be joining me. So hop into the comments there. We'll have a good show. We'll continue the conversation about Roki. I'm sure we'll have to talk a little bit about Juan Soto and then other fun stuff, hopefully, when it comes to this Dodgers talk. Again, I will be out Thursday. We might be back Friday. If not, we'll do a Sunday morning show. Just stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter. That's usually where I post updates. But I am Clint Pasillas. Find me as Real FRG on the Twitter, on the Instagram. All Dodgers is presented by Bet Online. I appreciate you guys hanging out here in the chat. Subscribe to the channel on the way out if you're not subscribed. Give the video a thumbs up. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your nurse's uncle. I don't know. All right, that's enough. Okay, bye. Thanks.